Good evening, dear friends. Welcome to another edition of Fresh Bread. This is Reverend Phil Anderson here, pastor of Oakwood United Methodist Church and Kansas Avenue United Methodist Church. Well, here it is now. We're in the month of February. Haven't done a Fresh Bread here for a few weeks. I've been in the middle of some classes and some other responsibilities related to my role as pastor of these two churches. So something had to give, and the Fresh Bread was something I just wasn't able to do. And thought a little bit about Fresh Bread just the other day, and I wanted to share with you a little bit of change in plans as we move forward. So this, I'm not saying we won't do these on the audio broadcast as you're hearing here on kaumc.church. Thanks to Tom Lynn again for sharing these on our website, kaumc.church. Again, that stands for Kansas Avenue United Methodist Church. So kaumc.church. But I think what we're going to do, we started to notice some traction now on the Facebook Lives that we've been doing. And to the extent of, let's just take a look here. This past Sunday's Facebook Live service from Kansas Avenue. And by the way, it was the most people I think we've ever had for a service since I've been at the churches. We had, I believe, 75 people at church on Sunday. Thank the Lord. That was wonderful to see everybody there. We had some visitors, but we also just had a lot of people come and hadn't been there for a while. So it was just wonderful to see everybody. But on top of that, we did the Facebook Live. And here's what I want to share with you as of today. Now, this is Tuesday, February 6, 2024. So just within 48 hours, that sermon has had 94 views. So as many people as we had in the church, which was 75, if you add the 94, that now brings it to 169 people who at some level were either at the church or who heard this message. So my thought is that we might want to move into more of a video type of a project. And we did this actually for a while. I was doing what I used to call 2 minutes with Pastor Phil. That was even before we heard about the 2-minute message with Daniel Fusco. But I was doing those a while back, and I enjoyed it, but they were done fairly sporadically. They weren't done very often. And so I think what we'll do from here on out, at least for now, is we're going to do these on Facebook Live. And for a couple of reasons. First of all, I'm trying to bring people onto this Facebook page. So this will be a great way of doing that, I think. I think it'll be easier for the church folks to find it. Because all they have to do is go to facebook.com/Topeka Pastor, and it's there. But we're not only going to reach the few people who are listening to Fresh Bread on our website, kaumc.church. I think we're going to maybe find a whole lot more people. I think this will be a great way of reaching out to people. So it's just taking a little while to get to that point. And so that's really the extent of this message today, is that be looking real soon for these 2-minute messages, 3-minute messages, whatever they will be. They won't be real long, and they'll be going out on video on the Facebook page that I have for the ministry here in Topeka. And that's where, again, I call it facebook.com, again, /Topeka Pastor, all one word, Topeka Pastor. And so tell your friends, your neighbors, your relatives, your coworkers, and just, hey, check it out. You might enjoy it. There'll be short messages. There'll maybe be a little bit of a scripture passage here and there we'll put in. And sometimes it'll just be what I'm thinking of on that day and how we put our faith into action. So be watching for these now to move over from kaumc.church over to facebook.com, again, /Topeka Pastor. Before we go, I want to give a very special thank you to Tom Lynn, who for nearly 4 years now has been so diligent at putting these on the website. Now, I'm not saying again that we won't do these audio, but I think we're going to shift gears again away from the website solely and move over into the facebook.com. This will also allow Tom Lynn not to have to do this. And that's not the only reason I did it, but it was one of the reasons. So Tom, thank you for all your diligence. He never once complained or acted like it was too much. I know it took time. And so Tom, I do thank you so much. We're going to, again, switch gears here. It may be later this week. It may be by this time next week. If I do make some inroads here in the next few days, I will probably send out a text message, maybe even an email to the church family, let them know they can start tuning in every day, Monday through Saturday, for Fresh Bread, little 2-minute messages that we'll do on facebook.com, again, /Topeka Pastor. Hopefully you know that by now. And then we'll hopefully be able to get our sermons online as we've been doing. I don't run the whole services online because most people don't want to spend an hour watching Facebook Live, I found, especially if they're watching it after the fact, which is when a lot of people are watching these, I'm finding. So we're being somewhat diligent and using some discretion on how we do the Facebook Lives, even for the Sunday mornings. And right now we're just basically doing them for the sermons only, just again to shorten it up a little bit so people don't have to spend an hour, but they can see it maybe in 25-30 minutes. They get the gist of what we're talking about. Well, that's it for now, friends. Thank you again for joining me on Fresh Bread. Again, Tom Lynn, thank you so much for all you've done, all you continue to do. Ashley Ruddy, thank you as well if you're doing this, and we appreciate you guys both so much. And be watching now as we transition over now to Facebook.com, and again, /Topeka Pastor. Hopefully you all know that by now, and you can just make a point of checking it out every day. And hopefully starting here in the next few days, we'll be doing this for just even a couple minutes a day, no matter, even if I'm not going to do it while I'm driving, but if I've got a minute here, a minute there, don't be surprised if I come on and just share a quick message. So thank you again. God bless you. Have a wonderful day. And again, be watching for this to move over into the video realm, into Facebook Live. Until then, God bless you. Have a wonderful day. We'll hope to see you real soon.